Hey team, it's Shane Fozzard here coming to you live from the Gold Coast. So we are day two of Australian Success Mastery Phase 2. And in this video I want to share with you the 4 steps to helping you to overcome procrastination. And I wanted to share this today because yesterday I had a conversation with someone and we're talking about something they've been trying to achieve for months. And last night I saw them get more progress in 4 hours than they did in the last 2 months. And so I started to think about, okay, this is probably a common challenge for a lot of people. And over the last few days I've heard people talk about procrastination as a big issue for them, it holds them back. As someone that used to procrastinate quite a bit, I want to share with you something that works for me and works for other people. The psychology, the mindset shifts you need to make in 4 steps that's going to get you into taking action. It's going to help you get those projects done, help you write that book, help you start that business, help you do the things that you've been putting off and get you into taking action immediately. So I want to share with you how to stop procrastination. The first step is to have a strong hunger for something. That's what the H refers to. And I want to position it like this, that imagine this thing that you've been putting off, this thing you haven't taken action on. Imagine if I said to you, I will give you $1 million if you do that thing today. Would you get it done? What if I said it was $5 million? What if I said it was $10 million? $10 million to get that thing done. Now, there's a good chance you get it done, right? There's a good chance you just make it happen. And really, it's not procrastination. In fact, procrastination doesn't exist. Procrastination is the thing that we use as an excuse for why we can't do something. We say, I'm procrastinating. Well, what really procrastination is made up of is it's made up of a lack of hunger. We're not hungry enough to get that thing done. We don't have enough leverage to make it a must. It's a should do. We should do it, but we don't make it a must. And so therefore, we don't have a strong enough desire to say, it needs to happen today. And so I just want you to think about when you apply that different concept. Imagine someone offered you $1 million or $2 million or $10 million to get that thing done. Would you get it done? There's a good chance you would. And so it's really about developing a strong hunger, a huge amount of leverage, this insatiable desire to get that thing done. Not just intellectually, but emotionally. You've got to feel like, I really want this. You get to that point where you're just so fortified in that belief, in that hunger for it, that you will not let any excuse get in the way. Your hunger, your desire, your leverage needs to be bigger than your excuses. Once you've done that, the next step is you want to set some accountabilities. And we can always kind of rationalize with ourselves. You set an accountability with yourself. You go, I'll do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes around, you're like, oh, I'm not really feeling it. So an accountability external from yourself is going to hold you more accountable. So go and tell someone what you're going to do. You go and get a coach. This is the value of coaching. We're talking to this morning with some of the coaches around the value of coaching. Coaching often gets us to see beyond what we think we're capable of. And so go and get a coach, go and get an accountability buddy, get someone that can hold you accountable. Now that's not always your friend or your family member or your brother or sister or mum or dad. It's someone that you give trust and faith to that's going to kick your ass if you don't get it done. And so you want to have that accountability combined with an external deadline. There needs to be a sense of urgency. There needs to be some sort of external deadline, a deadline, some pressure that's outside yourself that creates that sense of urgency so you're going to get it done. You might have been like me in high school or in university where you get given a project and you have to get it done and it's due in 2 weeks' time, but you wait until the last 24 hours to get it done. Were you like that? Were you like me like that? And why does that work? Because we have an external deadline. And as soon as that external deadline is right there, then we take action. So if you are going to create an external deadline, get your accountability buddy, get your coach to create that and make sure that it's something very quick. So make sure it is due tomorrow. Don't make it due next week because guess what's going to happen? You're probably going to continue to procrastinate for another week or so or another 6 days. So it's setting an external deadline, ideally by today. Make that external deadline today. Yesterday when I gave someone a task, I was their coach. I was their accountability. I set them a task to do something by the end of the night so they could not procrastinate any further. I made sure they had a hunger, that they had a strong desire for it, that they had enough leverage to realize this is something they truly wanted. And then with me coaching them and giving them an external deadline, they knew now that they had to get it done by the end of the night. And then it's about understanding that slow and steady wins the race. And so it's about not even slow, it's make it simple. Simple and steady wins the race. So you want to make sure that the tasks are simple to complete. You just want to get into action. And then steady meaning you want to do things consistently. It's about, there's this law called Hebb's Law. Hebb's Law suggests that the neurons that fire together wire together. Everything that we do trains us to do it again in the future. If you put things off, you're more likely to continue to put things off. This is why we want to break the pattern of inaction, and we want to really understand that we just want to take action now. We want to do a small step in the right direction. We want to focus on progress, not perfection. And so for this person I was speaking to last night, I said, look, I just want you to put something together. Put pen to paper. I want you to show me something by the end of the night. Made sure they were hungry for it. And I said, look, it doesn't even need to be perfect. In fact, you don't even need to use it. It can just be a draft. Let's just call it a draft. So it took a lot of that pressure away from that person. So they weren't focused on, I need to get it perfect. They didn't need to get it perfect. They just had to break the pattern of inaction because they were inactive for close to 2 months. And so this then brings in and accepts the compound effect. The compound effect works in so many areas of our life, which is if you just do 1% better today, you add that up over a course of 30 days, you'll be significantly better. And so it's accepting compound effect and how it works. Just focus on progress. And then finally, take immediate action. Don't put things off. Once you recognize you're procrastinating, once you recognize that you're caught up in this pattern of inaction, do it today. Just make that decision. I'm going to do this today. Just do one thing today. Do one step forward in the right direction, and that is how you stop procrastination. Everything that we do either becomes an addiction that's going to help us or not help us. You either are addicted to procrastinating or you're addicted to taking action. Choose your addiction. You're going to be either addicted to making excuses or you're going to be addicted to just finding the one reason that gets you into action. You're going to be addicted to something. And so that's the power of really understanding the mindset and the psychology. Procrastination doesn't exist. It's just this term. It's this thing. It's intangible. It doesn't actually exist. It's just made up of a mindset that's dysfunctional, that doesn't get us a result. In fact, the only result it gets us is it keeps us safe and it stops us from getting the outcomes that we really want. And so if you want to get better outcomes in life, this is how you do it. As a quick recap, you want to make sure you're hungry for it. You want to make sure you've got enough leverage. This is an absolute must, not a should. You want to make sure you've got that strong desire where you're like, yes, I need to do this. I need to make this happen. So find the thing that's going to give you that burning desire within you. Get an accountability buddy, get a coach, and get them to set an external deadline. Make sure that external deadline is very soon, so you have to get into action. Creates that sense of urgency. And understand that it's simple and steady wins the race. Simple and steady is the compound effect. So take small steps in the right direction. Focus on progress, not perfection. And finally, take action right now. Do it today. Even though it's Sunday, even though you're chilling out, even though you're relaxing, do one small thing in the right direction. Go read one page of that book. Write one word on that project. Go and do one thing. Put pen to paper. Just start the right strategy. Start the steps to creating the big outcome that you're looking for. And that is how you overcome procrastination. So I hope you got some value from it. Comment below, let me know what stood out for you. Share this with people that you feel need to read this or see this or hear this. And I look forward to speaking to you again. I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now. Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed that video, click the subscribe button to get access to even more.